It's time for our legal question corner time. Okay. This is a part of our show where we get to ask the attorney, and Kevin happens to be a prominent attorney, and so a lot of you have legal questions, and so we like to use our platform to be able to address those questions because you want to know. So what's your question, Chef Deb?
Well, Kevin, what I want to know is, what if you have a car accident and your insurance company doesn't want to pay?
Come on, Deb. The truth is, ladies, and this affects everyone, we're seeing more and more people, that's their situation. You have a wreck, well, don't worry, we've got our insurance, we've got full coverage, and then you go and then they say we're not going to pay. And we see it time and time again. And sometimes you'll have one and you say, well, I've got gap insurance. And if you didn't know about gap, that means if we owe $25,000 on the car and they say we're going to pay off $20,000, well, there's a gap.
It is $5,000.
So I have a gap policy and I'll say, okay, y'all pay that off. Well, what do you do when they get into a fight and he says, well, you paid too cheap, we're not going to pay. So again, the courts are open and you'll have to file suit. You know, and when it gets down, they say, well, just sue me. You know, insurance companies can be bullies. And they've got all the resources and they want to step on the little people. That's why it's so important for us to keep our legislators informed that this is not right. And again, we always have the right to call the state of Tennessee and file a complaint with the insurance commissioner.
I like that.
And so you say, Kevin, I don't have any money, I can't go. Then you can always call the state and ask for their help to investigate that, because you're in the right and they're in the wrong.
Wow, and people are always trying to cover their trail, cover their tracks, and no one wants to own up to,
I got to testify.
I have to pay,
I've got to testify. This one person had a car wreck, and the policeman said, well, I see that you deliver food for this other. He said, well, I do deliver. So they wrote it in the report. He'd never used that car for delivery. Well, the insurance company came back and said, wait a minute, commercial, you're delivering food, no coverage. So everybody thinks that they can start and they're going to run the Uber food and whatnot. You better check your policies before you do it, because you'll find yourself in an accident with no coverage. And that's what they'll do, and you'll have to sue them.
All right, and so send us your questions. Visit our Facebook page, Treva and Kevin Show. We would love to hear from you. That was great. What do you think about that answer, Deb?
I love it.
Food for thought.
To me.
See there?
Well, and the real world is when the insurance companies say they're not going to pay, or your home burns, and we've got $200,000 worth of insurance, and they say, well, we're going to give you $80,000, take it or leave it. Well, you have no choice but to go hire a lawyer and try to bring suit. And so we have to know our rights. The best way to protect you and your family is to listen to lawyers, to seek that second opinion, and to advance your cause.
Now I did have someone write in to me, and this person is an elderly man. And he purchased a home years ago. And so when it came time to selling his home, his realtor said, sir, you cannot sell this home because the person you purchased this home from has taken out 2 mortgages. And this man is he's nearly 80 years old. So what should he do?
Well, he's going to have to seek a lawyer immediately, because that individual sold him in a house and then they put mortgages that broke the contract. And that could be criminal charges. And so,
but he said the person that sold him the home he believes he now has Alzheimer's. He can't remember selling him the home. He said, I never sold it to you.
Here we go. There's always going to be a bully mentality, so you have to look after your own business, have some family members to help you when you're making decisions. They're too heavy. You need to discuss them. 2 heads are better than 1. The Bible said 2's better than 1. 3-fold cord is not easily broken, ladies.
Well, I hope that it has helped you today, sir. And that came in from a person in Michigan, actually. So we want to thank you for that, sharing that with us.